Today I'm going to discuss the most important topic is rank bounded and unbounded translation, which is also very important topic according to your examination point of view, which is coming in your exam again and again. In the term of rank bound translation, it means selections of TL text equivalent is limited at only one's rank. For example, word for word equivalence morpheme for morpheme equivalence, etc. In the term of rank bounded translator, it means selection of TL text equivalent is limited at one rank. ठीक है? While we select a TL text which is limited to one rank and we are giving a rank. For example, word for word equivalence. While we try to translate word for word translation and gives the meanings like equivalence, this kind of a translations is this rank like first rank, second rank, and m- morpheme for morpheme equivalence. ठीक है? While we try to make it both language according to the words equivalence and morphe to morphe meaning, this is called a rank translation. Unbounded translation can easily move up and down the rank scale. So, rank translation, why we try to make it clear that this translation is all about first rank. While we try to give it a rank scale of a translation according to the words for word translation and morphemes for morphe translation, but unbounded translation is totally different from the rank translation because it can be easily up and down based on the purpose of translation. Decisions in the Choli categories translations into four type of, for example, pragmatic translation. It refers to the translation of a message with an trust in accuracy of the information that was meant to be conveyed in the SL form. Pragmatic translation, it refers to the translation of a message with an interest in accuracy of the information. Okay, what is the accuracy of the information that was meant to the conveyed in the SL form? ठीक है? SL form is all about the source language. Aesthetic poetic translation, it refers to translations in which the translator takes into account the effects, emotions, feelings of the original author as well as any information in the message. Aesthetic poetic translation, it refers to the translation in which the translator takes into an account of the effect. When the translator try to translate the emotion, effects, feelings, and original uh, author as well as any information in the message is called the aesthetic poetic translation. Ethnographic translation, its purpose is to explicit the cultural context of SL and TL version. Ethnographic translation, its purpose is to explicit, इसका जो मेन पर्पस है वो है एक्सप्लेट करने का द कल्चर कॉन्टेक्स्ट, जो कल्चर है कॉन्टेक्स्ट का ऑफ सोर्स लैंग्वेज एंड ट्रांसलेशन वर्जन. Full translation, it is the type of translation in which the entire source language text is reproduced by the TL text material. Full translation is all about a type of a translation when the entire source language text is reproduced by the TL text material. Partial translation, there are only some parts of SL text to be translated into the TL text. While we translate the meanings and the literary devices into the another language, partially is called the partial translation. Total translation, the TL material replaces all the level of SL text. The TL material यानी कि translation language replaces all the level of SL text यानी कि source language is called the total translation. Restricted translation, it is the replacement of SL textual material with the equivalent TL material at only one level. For example, phonological, graphological, or at the level of grammar or lexics. Restricted translation, it is the replacement of SL textual material with the equivalent of translation language material at only one level. For example, phonological, graphological, or at the level of grammar or lexics. Conclusion. In the term of rank bounded translation, it means selections of TL text equivalent is limited at only one rank. For example, word for word equivalence, morpheme to morphe equivalence, etc. So, what is the rank and unbounded translation, and explain the categories of translations. So, I hope you understand. As I have discussed with you, you have to explain all the points, which is very important. Otherwise, you will deduct your marks. You first of all, you have to give the introduction of rank translation, and unbounded translation. Next one, you have to explain whole process of rank translation and unbounded translations according to the Birjan and Jalaluddin categories translation into four types. First is pragmatic translation. It refers to the translation of a message with an interest in accuracy of the information that was meant to be conveyed in the form of SL. Aesthetic poetic translation, it refers to the translation in which the translator takes into account that effects, emotions, feelings of an original author as well as any information in the message. Ethnographic translation, its purpose is to exploit the culture context of the SL and TL version. The fourth one is full translation. It is the type of translation in which the entire SL text is reproduced by the TL text material. Partial translation, there are only some parts of SL text to be translated into the TL text. Total translation, the TL material represents all the level of SL text. Restricted translation, it is the replacement of SL textual material with the equivalent TL material at only one level. For example, phonological, graphological, uh, or at the level of grammar or the lexis. And the conclusion is also very important. You have to write in your own language, and as well as you can take some line from the translation, definition, and all the points as I have discussed with you. So, rank bonded translation is all about when we give the ranking positions of the translation of SL text to the TL text to the SL text. When we try to give them a rank according to the word for word equivalence, according to the morphe for the morphe equivalence, ठीक है? And unbounded translation can be easily move up and down the rank scale, which is based on the purpose of business and Cholodin categories translation to the four types. ठीक है? So I hope you like this video, which is very important. This kind of a points, this kind of a topics are repeated in your examination papers again and again. So you have to understand it and try to write in a proper structure in order to gain the maximum marks in your exam. Thank you so much.